My name's Daniel Gray and I'm producer at Ustwo Games. It's amazing to think that now making games, we sit along the guys who are writers and actors, and knowing that just games as an industry is sort of legitimised to that point, especially for us making a game like we make, which is very much heavy on the artistry and the aesthetics of it, and trying to move people as well, the sort of hidden narrative of that. It's crazy to think that now we win awards for this kind of thing. Like for us, sort of coming on with BAFTA has been a really, really big aim for us. Well, hopefully, fingers crossed, the actual game itself wins something as well. But young people or people who are breaking through for the first time, it's really important to give them the connections that they'll need to sort of succeed in the future. So for us, we're really hoping that we can get in touch with people who are experts with things like narrative and aesthetics, and sort of really push sort of my career and our games team's careers forwards. I got asked for a list of 5 possible mentors, which has been really, really hard to think of so far. Like, you think about all the people that you looked up to when you were younger or when you first started out making games, and the list is massive. The company that we've always looked up to is Pixar. The idea that you can appeal to a broad range of people, it's not just movies for kids or adults, it's everybody in between, and sort of Trojan horse a meaningful narrative into that, I guess, as well. And just being able to lead multiple creative people, especially on that kind of scale, is something that I'd personally really love to learn from. I think the first game I ever played was Lotus Turbo Challenge 2 on the Atari ST that my dad brought home. So I'm 29 now, so yeah, the Atari ST was the first kind of gaming machine I had at home. But yeah, I even remember a cheat code from that game from when I was probably 5 or 6. I remember you used to have to type pea soup into the game, and you would get like 3/4 of the way through in terms of progress. So yeah, that does actually stick with me massively. For me, being 11 years old and playing through something like Final Fantasy VII, for example, and for the first time realizing that someone could be sort of pushed emotionally in that manner, just through the medium of games, was the first time I've ever experienced it. And it's incidentally the first time that I decided that games was going to be the career that I wanted to make. I mean, after playing that, I was asked dinner with my parents and my grandparents, I think. And they were saying, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I said, I want to make computer games. To which everyone laughed, as you do, because it's an 11-year-old boy. And I got really angry, went into my grandma's kitchen, and with a pen wrote on a board, Daniel will make computer games when he's older. And yeah, that seems to be the case now. And she still has that written on her board. She refuses to take it down at her house. I'd say the best thing about my job is being trusted creatively with just an amazing team. Like, I love all the people on my team like they're my brothers. Like, and I would do anything for them. And knowing that they're some of the most talented people that I've ever worked with really makes it worth coming into the office every morning. And I'd say the worst thing is putting up with those guys, like, simultaneously. We do get on, we are friends, we have sort of tempestuous moments at times. But that's what would work be if it wasn't full of ups and downs. Right now we're continuing to make an expansion for Monument Valley, which will be out sometime this year, and we're making a virtual reality game as well, which is sort of us pushing into new boundaries. So with Monument Valley originally, we wanted to craft the perfect experience for a touchscreen device. And that challenge of making something perfectly intuitive for that device was something that really attracted us to. With VR, it's the same issue again. We're like, how can we have that kind of interaction on a virtual reality basis, the perfect thing that it can be? I think it's just really exciting to see where we could be, 50 years from now. That blows my mind. Like, I get into work in the morning, we put the virtual reality headset on, and you think, wow, this is the future.